What episode are we?
I don't know.
Damn it.
What episode are we?
What have we done?
Oh, no.
We need to find our own stuff.
Let's keep it all edited out.
Yeah. you say that every time, but you never do. Hello and welcome to Rancid Readings, episode 20, on October 10th, 2017. We have a new microphone now.
Yeah!
Her name is Judy. She facilitates much better audio quality in recording.
Yeah, so we were recording on a phone.
I mean...
Either one of our phones. I mean, it was nice enough.
Except for all the times that it fucked up.
Yeah,
but Judy doesn't fuck up. Judy doesn't fuck up. Judy's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, we're back to Antigua.
Yeah, so if you remember...
Which, how could you not?
A dragon attacked a village. The village moved to a kingdom. They built a new village. Some girl in Britain...
Fell in a lake.
Rebecca.
And drowned.
But then a mermaid... She then went to Antigua and a mermaid saved her. But somehow this was like... frickin' 1,000 pages long, or it felt like it.
It's just this mermaid being like, "You're in Antigua," and she's like, "What? Yeah, Antigua, you know? No, I don't. Oh, well, it's this place. It's called Antigua." And it's like 30 fucking pages.
Yeah. So when we left off, this chick was just talking to this mermaid. Okay.
I'm very confused because the way this page starts...
Yeah, remember, like, the two characters were talking and then they just kind of became one.
I don't understand any of this. It's all very strange to me. This is the waters of Antigua. What are the waters of Antigua? I was crossing the river in Britain and I fell in. I was running away from the orphanage and was going to catch a ferry to England. I left my brother behind. His name is Billy and he's 15 years old. We have been in that orphanage since my parents passed away 5 years ago. They died in an automobile accident one night while turning on a winding road in Britain. The waters of Antigua is my home and I love it very much here. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. And it's like there was no end to the quotation marks.
So this mermaid just started talking.
Yeah, they just are one person.
Yeah. You're...
Where are we?
Where are we? I'll just... Fuck, where is it? Where does this thing... The land of Antigua is not all water. There is also land. There is lots of land where all kinds of fascinating creatures and animals live.
What was that one that they just name dropped?
It was a Miniwad.
Yeah.
And they didn't explain what the fuck it was.
So, fascinating creatures and animals like the Miniwad.
There are humans in our world too. They live mainly in castles of 3 kings. Most of the human men living in the land of Antigua are knights. Most of them have wives and children, too. Wait,
if most of the people are knights, then, is this some kind of, military state?
The knights of the east, west, and south are strong and honorable men, Chandria said with great pride. The land of Antigua is the land of fairies, wizards, and heroes. That's like a normal conversation.
Yeah. It sounds like the bad tagline to a book.
Rebecca asked, "Heroes? What heroes?" Chandria said, "The land of Antigua is a beautiful and peaceful place, but the evil sorceress Gwendevere wants to change that. She's using the blue dragon Vorultrar to torment and frighten all the inhabitants of the land of Antigua. She wants to force every inhabitant of the land of Antigua to serve her or be destroyed." You can't use
inhabitant all the time.
And the words land of Antigua. She could have said that everyone in the land...
Just everyone in Antigua.
None of us are going to allow that to happen. There are those who will stop at nothing to prevent Gwendevere from destroying our way of life. These are the heroes that I am referring to. So his hero is like an occupation.
Apparently.
These are the heroes I am referring to. If Gwendevere knew who they were, they would all be dead by now. Their identities must be protected until the right time to go to battle with the sorceress has arrived. Rebecca said, "The land of Antigua sounds very intriguing, very beautiful, I bet." They just had this conversation like a page ago. in our last recording.
I bet I haven't seen anything like it before in my life. I want to see it. I have to see it. Can you take me to the land of Antigua? Can you take me to the land of Antigua so that I can see it for myself? Did we want a drink before we did this?
No, fuck it. I don't care.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
I would never... Just that moment...
Oh, right, and the other two mermaids fucking show up.
The two other teenage mermaids swam over to where Rebecca and Shrondria were. Philiandra looked at Rebecca curiously and asked, Shrondria, who is this human girl? She can't be a human from the land of Antigua. She must be from the other world. Is she? Is she a real human girl from the other side of the waters of Antigua?
What? How would you just fucking... You just look at this girl and you're like, oh, you're obviously not one of my humans.
Shrauna. Shraunna.
Shrauna.
So with excitement, let me see. I want to see the human girl. She swam over and put her arm on Philiandra's shoulder and looked over at Rebecca. The two mermaids stared at Rebecca in awe. The mermaids is a proper noun now. They are the mermaids, like a band. The mermaids, Philiandra and Shrauna had seen the humans in the land of Antigua before, but there were many nights in the south, east, and west. Holy fuck, dude. There were also other humans living around the castles. Oh my god! There were other humans living around the castles of the Three Kings who are the families and relatives of this night, but the two mermaids had never actually seen a real human from Rebecca's part of the world before. They were both fascinated! Rebecca looked at all three mermaids and couldn't help how really beautiful they were. Chandria said, This is, hey you. Hey, you told me the story of your life, but you never told me your name. Rebecca told them who she was. She said, my name is Rebecca, I'm 16 years old, and I came from Britain. I fell into the river in Britain, and now I'm here in the waters of Antigua. The mermaid Shrondria said, I told her about the evil sorceress Guinevere and her plan to destroy her way of life, and now Rebecca wants to see the land of Antigua. I was just going to take her before my father. What? I was just going to take her before my father to let him know what happened. Shrondria asked the two mermaids, do the two of you want to join us? The mermaid Shrauna said excitedly, Shrondria, what about the prophecy? Have you told her? You did tell her about the prophecy. Or maybe you were just thinking it really loud and I just misremembered it because I was kind of drunk at the time. Because I remember making some sort of glib comment about sucking all the mystery out of this stupid dumbass story.
Yeah, because that's what we need to do. We need to preserve the mystique of Antigua.
But just at that moment, Shrondria interrupted her and said, Not now, Shrauna. This is not the right time. It is not our place to reveal the prophecy to the human child. They're all the same age. Why does she keep calling her a child? Let's just take her to my father and then to the land of Antigua. Let's allow my father and the Three Kings to handle this, the mermaid Philiandra said. Every mermaid before they talk, they're punctuated with the mermaid blah blah blah. It's like if the dinosaur arcade would happened every time I talked.
The pigeon doesn't sound very good.
No.
The idiot pigeon? I don't know.
The Shrauna, we might as well go with them. We have nothing special to do at the moment. Shrondria held on to Rebecca and swam away. Philiandra and Shrauna followed them. As the mermaids and Rebecca traveled in and out of the beautiful coral reef of the waters of Antigua.
There's just one. It's just one coral reef. The beautiful coral reef of the waters of Antigua.
All kinds of exotic ocean creatures passed them. Don't describe any of those. Don't describe any cool creatures.
They're just super cool creatures, guys. That's it.
Shrondria, Philiandra, and Shrauna and Rebecca finally made it to Shrondria's home to let her father know that Rebecca had arrived. Outside, several sharks with teeth as sharp as knives and several mermen with swords in their hands guarded the underwater castle.
Swords aren't very useful underwater.
I was about to say,
they should have spears or
spears.
harpoons.
Yeah. They were guarding the castle from unwanted predators from King Aquaman's. Aquamand.
It's like Aquaman's retarded younger brother.
Aquaman's brother's side of the ocean.
Oh, he's got an evil brother.
Shrondria's father was the king of the waters of Antigua, along with his brother King Harnaqua. The two kings were great mermen. They were the male versions of mermaids. Wow, you described a creature. Good job.
Wait, who the fuck is Aquamand now?
I don't know.
King Aquamand's brother's side of the ocean.
They were also rivals. The two mermen had fought since they were very young. But now their fights are more serious. Their fights were not child's play anymore. Their fights are becoming dangerous. Oh my god. Chandria and her father, King Aquaman, she's like a mermaid princess, lived in a beautiful, giant underwater castle. The mermaid Chandria led Rebecca up to her father's throne. As they swam to the underwater castle, Rebecca noticed King Aquaman sitting on his throne. Is she not breathing? Did she stop breathing?
No, I think there was like a thing about that where they're like, oh no, I'm gonna drown because I can't breathe underwater, and the mermaid's like, fuck, it's magic water, you can breathe, and then she's like, oh, okay.
Chandria swam up to her father and said, yes, father, it is me.
Wait, what? This is like the kind of shit that like an alien would say.
I have several...
Yes, father, it is me. I have several guests with me. You, of course, already know the mermaids Philiandra and Shrauna.
The Mermaid King said, yes, indeed, I do know them. But I do not know this human child. I presume that you have breathed the spirit of the water in her, and that is why she is able to survive for such a long time underwater?
See? You got your
I got my explanation. Who exactly is she? We seldom get to see humans swimming around here. What is she doing here in the waters of Antigua? Is she from the land of Antigua?
Oh my god, so there's a distinction between the waters of Antigua and the land of Antigua. They're actually like separate entities referred to in completion.
Is she a friend of yours, my daughter? Chandria said, Father, I found this human girl at the end of the waters of Antigua, at the junction that joins our world and her world. Father, she is the child...
Wait, that's just a place where they know where it is?
Father, she is the child that we have all been waiting for.
How do you know
child
that?
From the other side of the waters of Antigua. King Aquaman asked loudly, Indeed? She is the child from the other side of the waters of Antigua? Are you absolutely sure, my child, that she is the right one? We have been waiting centuries for such a child. We must be absolutely sure this is the right one. The waters trembled at the sound of his voice. The mermaid Chandria said, Father, I'm very sure. King Aquaman said, So the prophecy is true. Stop doing that.
So, we must be sure that this is the child of the prophecy. I'm like, pretty sure, Dad. I'm like, really pretty sure. The prophecy is true!
So the prophecy is true. The time has finally come for the sources Guinevere and the Blue Dragon Voltrar to be destroyed. This is a very exciting time for us all. This is our chance to destroy the evil sources Guinevere and her Dragon Voltrar once and for all.
The time has come to destroy Guinevere and the Dragon Voltrar! We can finally destroy the Dragon Voltrar and the Sorceress Guinevere! This is exciting! This is such an exciting time! There's like 4 sentences there that are just all the exact same thing.
Daughter you, Philiandra and Shrauna must get her to the land of Antigua as quickly as possible. Why don't you have those assholes you have posted outside?
You know, like the trained soldiers?
I cannot hope to keep her alive here in the waters of Antigua. She must get to dry land before something tragic happens to her.
Talk about shirking responsibility.
My brother will not stop at nothing to see her destroyed. It is not safe for her here in our other water kingdom. Time is of the essence. No, she is not safe here in the waters of Antigua. You know, between our castle and the land of Antigua is my brother, your uncle, King Harnaqua, that bully, that pest. He will never allow you to bring the child to the 3 kings. The evil sorceress has acquired his services to monitor for the child from the other side of the waters of Antigua to destroy her. Daughter, we must not let this happen. All of the land of Antigua is counting on us. This human's child's very life is in our hands. Your uncle turned his back on all of us. My brother and I have never gotten along, but I still don't understand how he could betray all the land of Antigua like this. He wants to be the sole ruler of all the waters of Antigua. I never understood how he could betray us, but he wants to be the sole ruler of all the waters of Antigua. I just don't know. He doesn't want to share the ocean with me. Our father, may he rest in peace, didn't raise him to act like this. Well, I'd hope not. Your uncle has become a very dangerous merman. Yeah, dude. Shrandria said, I understand this, father, and I'm not afraid of my uncle. I will deliver this child to the three kings and the princesses so the prophecy can be fulfilled. Just then, the three giant sharks with teeth as sharp as swords, several giant warrior octopuses with swords in all of their hands. I take it back, this book's amazing. A giant blue whale and several warrior mermen swam before the king's throne. The mermen came before the king's throne and bowed. The mermen also had swords in their hands. The head of the warrior merman asked, King Aquarmand, you summoned us? Did he?
When?
The king of the ocean said to them, I thought he was the king of only half the fucking ocean. Yes, I summoned you. I have a great task for you all to complete.
When did you summon them?
This is very important indeed. Listen carefully for what I am about to say. This child is the one this child is the one the land of Antigua has been waiting for. She is a child from the other side of the waters of Antigua. She is a child of the prophecy states that will lead the land of Antigua to victory against the sorceress and Guinevere and dragon. I'm leaving out words on purpose. I want you to leave my daughter and her friends while they ask her to the blah blah blah. Keep them safe. If something were to happen to this child, I'm afraid that all of us will be doomed. My brother and the evil sorceress Guinevere will not only be responsible for the destruction of the land of Antigua, but also it's responsible for the destruction of all of us. I'm counting on all of you. Do not let me down. Now go. You know, they may destroy the world, but don't let me down. Take this child to the three kings. The head warrior merman said, My king, we will not let you down. Come on, fellow mermen. The mermen pointed their swords up and swam out of the crystal castle of King Aquarmand.
Oh my god, that's like the best mental image. It's like, now, it's very important that you take this child to the lands of Antigua. Protect her with your life. For the evil mer-king will want her dead. And the mermen are like, huzzah, we go! And then they just fuck off, and Rebecca's like, what? I'm still here, guys.
Oh. Fuck.
I imagine these mermaid like swim away, and it's like the mermaid Shrandria held Rebecca's hand and led her out of her father's castle. It's like, so these mermen just like fuck right off, and the princess is just like, all right, I guess we're doing this on our own, and just like
their mermaids
sullenly tows her away.
Philiandra and Shrauna followed behind, while the group was talking to King Aquarmand about getting Rebecca safely to the three kings.
No, they already fucked off!
A nosy octopus named Charlie had been spying on them. He clumsily swam back to the castle of King Harnaqua to let him know that the child from the other side of the waters of Antigua was going to try and pass through his side of the ocean. King Harnaqua was sitting on his throne.
I look at this guy's like a nosy, clumsy octopus, despite the fact that he's successfully just spied on like this incredibly secure meeting.
King Harnaqua was sitting on his throne in the castle when Charlie Octopus swam in. King Harnaqua yelled, Charlie, why are you pestering me? What exactly do you want now? Charlie said, excuse me, King, but I bring you some disturbing news. King Harnaqua yelled, disturbing news? What disturbing news? This had better be important, Charlie, or I swear I'll feed you to the sharks myself. Charlie Octopus, that's his last name.
His full name is Charlie Octopus, yep.
My king, the child from the other side of the waters of Antigua has arrived and is now trying to cross in the lands of Antigua to meet the three kings. She's being led by the three mermaids, Shrandria, Philiandra, and Shruna. Your niece Shrandria is leading the group. Also, your brother King Aquarman has sent several ocean creatures to accompany and protect them. He sent warrior mermen, sharks, octopuses, and even a giant whale. They're a tough-looking bunch of fish.
Whales aren't fish.
Nope.
Neither are octopus.
Nope. The Ocean King sent his own ocean creatures to attack the group.
Oh, he just goes up and he's like, my king, this shit's happening. It's like, he doesn't even respond. He just like, off screen sends shit.
He's just like, fuck it. So he just fucking sent his fish.
He didn't even respond. It's like, the chocolate from the other side of the waters of Antigua. It's like, oh, he sent his fish.
The Ocean King sent his own ocean creatures out to attack the group. Like, don't describe it, it's fine. Suddenly Shrauna yelled, look, Chandria, your uncle's army is coming straight toward us.
Fuck, like, how big is this ocean that he's just like, go, and they just like walk out the front door and they're like, oh shit, there's the army. I like to imagine that these like fucking castles are like literally a block away.
Well, from the sound of it, it probably is. It is coming straight toward us. We must protect Rebecca. They all looked ahead of them, and they noticed 3 giant gray sharks, the giant squid, and the evil merman coming straight toward them. One of King Aquaman's yelled out, Shrondria, you, Philiandra, and Shrauna get the human girl to safety. Get her to the 3 kings and princesses.
Where the fuck do these princesses come from now?
Go quickly.
Like, this is the first we've heard of princesses.
Like they mentioned one princess like 2 chapters ago, but I don't care. Shrondria, Philiandra, and Shrauna led Rebecca away to safety. Oh, okay, they're fine. The ocean creatures from both King Aquaman's and King Harnequa's King Harnequa began to fight. The octopuses and squids began to sword fight.
That's a beautiful sentence. The octopuses and squids began to sword fight. Obviously, the octopuses are going to win because they have more arms.
Yes. The mermen from both sides also began to sword fight. It's the slowest sword fight ever because they're underwater. The battle began. Oh. The sharks from both sides began to attack each other with their noses made of sharp swords.
What the
The sharks have swords of nose. Okay.
Why didn't they just use narwhals?
Or swordfish. The ocean creatures continued their battle even after the mermaids and Rebecca had left. When the 3 mermaids took off with Rebecca, one of King Harnequa's mermen and one of his sharks followed him. The merman and the shark chased him through the ocean. The merman had his sword in his hand. His main goal was to stop Rebecca from ever reaching the land of Antigua and the 3 kings. I didn't know that.
Wow. This is one ambitious merman.
As the merman followed behind the mermaids, and Rebecca, he swung his sword at them somehow. Chandria held on to Rebecca and swam as fast as she could to get away from the merman and the shark. The other 2 mermaids, and Shrauna and Philiandria, followed closely behind them. When the mermaids are far away enough from the merman, the shark, they decided to hide. Shraundria pulled Rebecca up behind giant seaweed. The 2 other mermaids also hid. They hid behind some gigantic corals. The evil merman and the gray shark looked everywhere for the mermaids and Rebecca. Then finally, the shark spotted Rebecca and Shraundria hiding in the tall seaweed that had grown up from the bottom of the ocean, as opposed to seaweed that just spontaneously grows from the top. The shark headed straight for Rebecca and the mermaid just as he got near them and was ready to strike. One of King Aquaman's sharks and a couple of mermen swam up. The 3 mermen and the 2 sharks began to fight. The 2 sharks used their long noses that looked like swords to fight each other. You're having, like, conniptions. Are you okay?
No, keep going, it's fine.
The 3 mermen lifted their swords and began to sword fight. It was 2 of King's Aquaman's against King Harnequin's 1 merman. The 1 merman, and he was
Shit! He was skilled in basic numeracy! He could count past 2!
He escaped from the other 2 mermen and swam for home. He had no choice but to retreat to King Harnequa's underwater castle. King Harnequa's other ocean creatures had already escaped and headed back to the headed back to the fucking castle. King Harnequa looked at his army of ocean creatures and yelled, "Well, what has come of the child from the other side of the waters of Antigua? Don't keep me waiting in suspense. How did you destroy my brother's army of underwater ocean creatures? Speak up."
Sir, we did.
One of King Harnequin's mermen swam up to the boat throne and bowed his head. He was terrified. He whispered, "My king, I have some bad news. The child from the other side escaped. From the other side of the waters of Antigua has escaped. We were defeated by your brother's army. The child is on her way to the land of Antigua to meet with the 3 kings and the 3 princesses. King Harnequa yelled, "What? What did you just say to me? Did I hear that right? You ocean creatures can't be this stupid."
You ocean creatures, as if he himself is not an ocean creature.
You are all incredibly stupid or incredibly brave. Which is it? You dare swim back to me and tell me that you let the child escape? Did I not tell all of you that the particular child has the power to destroy the sorcerer's Guinevere and the dragon Voltrar? Were you not listening to me? Do I have to do everything myself? All of you are useless to me. King Harnequa lifted up his gold scepter and pointed it at the merman. The merman disappeared! King Harnequa's other mermen and the army of the ocean creatures saw what King Harnequa did to the merman. They were so terrified that they swam off in different directions to escape King Harnequa's wrath. They swam off so fast that King Harnequa couldn't get to any of them. Before he had a chance to blink his eyes, they were all gone.
And I guess that's the end of these characters.
You do it, I'm getting lightheaded.
The land of Antigua was as beautiful as it was mystical. It was a very large country divided up into 4 provinces. 3 of the provinces were ruled by kings and were protected by their very own wizards. You know, all that shit that they opened the book with? Each wizard had their own unique special magical gift, and if the 3 of them ever united their powers, they would be a mighty force. The 4th province was ruled by the evil sorceress Guinevere. The central plains of the land of Antigua were inhabited by people who were not really under the leadership of any particular king. They were people who had a lot of respect and admiration for all 3 kings of the land of Antigua, but they considered themselves to be independent of any direct rule. Because the people of this particular region were not rebels, the 3 kings had no problem with it. The central plains of the land of Antigua were covered with forests and trees. It was a beautiful part of the country. To the west side of the central plains were mountains that led to where the unicorns lived. The inhabitants of each province of the lands of Antigua were uniquely different.
Stop it! Stop!
I wish I could have said that when we were buying this book.
When we hit the buy now sticker, because we're stupid.
That is a fact, yes.
Holy shit, they actually describe what a Miniwad is.
Oh shit, okay. The westernmost part of the land of Antigua was mostly farmland. The soil in that part of the country was very rich. You could grow anything there. Fresh vegetables and fruit grew everywhere. Beautiful flowers of all different colors also grew throughout the westernmost province. Toward the west were the Miniwads and the centaurs. The Miniwads were very tiny people of only 4 feet tall.
So they're hobbits.
Yeah.
They're just fucking hobbits that they didn't want to say it was a hobbit or a halfling.
But do not let their size fool you! They were also warriors and just as dedicated to protecting their way of life in the lands of Antigua as anyone else. They were just as determined to stand by King Arthur and Queen Eleonora in battle against the evil sorcerers Guinevere and the dragon Voltrar. King Arthur admired and respected their dedication and promised to protect them. The Miniwads made all kinds of items to be sold at the marketplace. They knitted sweaters, blankets, and hats. They made wooden statues and souvenirs. They made pottery from clay.
As opposed to pottery from air.
They made little rag dolls for the children to play with. There was a big fair every year at the marketplace. All kinds of creatures from all over the lands of Antigua showed up for every year to celebrate life and to shop for items from their own lands. The Miniwads were family-oriented people. Their wives tended to their home and farm animals while the children went off to school every day. The husbands tended to the land and brought in the harvest. They were hard-working people who started their days early in the morning and ended their days late at night. They were not afraid of a hard day's work. So they're just short versions of my grandfather, who is a version of all of Ireland.
He's just all of Ireland.
Or at least half of it.
Mm-hmm.
The centaurs were half man and half horse. They came in all different sizes and colors. The top of them were made of men and women. There were also children... Wait. Okay, children centaurs. For a moment I thought it said children tours. Children centaurs living in the westernmost province of the lands of Antigua. Really? So they have male centaurs, female centaurs. They even have children centaurs. I was worried that all the children centaurs lived in a different province, frankly.
They just sent him away.
Yeah. So, yes, you cannot give birth in the westernmost part of Antigua. You have to go to the easternmost part. The problem is that women centaurs aren't allowed here. They only live in the west, so it's very difficult to have children taurs. The bottom half of the centaurs were made of beautiful horses. They even had manes coming straight down their backs. The rulers of the westernmost province were...
You're not gonna fucking describe this stupid centaur's lifestyle like you did the not-hobbits? Fuck you.
They're horse people. Obviously, you should know how they live. It's just basic biology.
But their half people have horse.
The rulers of the westernmost provinces were King Arthur and Queen Eleanor. Their wizard was Thandorfor! Or Thandorfer. He sounds like a furry.
Yiff.
Great wizard Thandorfer was a very talented wizard, but he was a little eccentric.
Of course.
He dressed so strangely that the local kids in King Arthur's kingdom would laugh at him when they saw him. Despite his weirdness, the great wizard Thandorfer was loved and respected by all, including the royal family. King Arthur ruled his land with great pride. King Arthur was pleased with all that his kingdom had accomplished in growing the most beautiful and profitable harvest in all the kingdoms of Antigua. The king did not believe in laziness. He believed that his people had to work hard to make a profit and to ensure the prosperity of future generations. He wanted all the inhabitants of his kingdom to take pride in their land and treat it with respect. He would often tell them that, if you treat your land with respect and pride, it will reward you with the best harvest possible. He was right! All the farmers in the westernmost province followed his leadership and were very profitable. The centaurs and Miniwads worked hard to ensure that their farms would produce the most beautiful flowers, plants, fruits, and vegetables in the entire land. Villagers from all over the land of Antigua came to the province of the west to purchase and trade for all kinds of plants, fruits, and vegetables. King Arthur of the westernmost province of the land of Antigua was well respected and liked by the other two kings, and they often went to him for advice. King Arthur was also very proud of his army of knights. King Arthur's army was the greatest and largest in the land. He had many knights under his command, and they served their king and queen well. The knights were brave and courageous and ready to protect their kingdom to the death. Protect their kingdom to the death?
Ready to fight to the death, maybe?
Yeah, for their kingdom, but like, you don't want to protect your kingdom to death.
No, that's bad.
King Arthur's knights were trained and led by 7 knights that everyone called the Seven. These brave 7 men lived within the royal castle, and they were always at the king and queen's side to protect them. But if they're always at their side, how do they train the other knights?
Shut up.
They often met with the king to discuss battle strategies with him in dealing with the evil sorceress Gwendivere. Amongst the king's knights, there was the gallant knight Sir Alistair, who was considered the most courageous and thoughtful of all the knights. He was always ready to stand up to whatever dangers came before him, and he would never back down from a fight. He also cared about others and would do all that he could to help those in need. He was always looking out for his fellow knights. There was the strong knight Sir Barrington, who some thought had the strength of 5 men.
I know it's not spelled Barrington, but
still. He was able to lift over 600 pounds of weight all by himself. Okay, that's actually kind of impressive. He was very strong. He wasn't born that way. He just worked out a lot with weights to build his muscles up and tone his body. There was the knight Sir Nigel, who was considered to be the wisest of all the knights. The king and queen really listened to his advice, as opposed to pretending to listen to his advice. The knight Sir Nigel often came up with the best battle strategies of all the knights and was well respected by the king and the other knights of the queen. And when I don't know what to say, I'll go...
and do this with my hands. I shouldn't have done that while you're drinking. By the way, kids, if you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, just look up Nigel Thornberry from the Thornberries.
I'll do this with my hands.
The king and the other knights often listened to what he had to say. There was the knight Sir Philip, who was a great sword fighter. The knight Sir Philip loved the sword. He had a collection of magnificent swords that the other knights admired. He spent a lot of his spare time practicing with his sword. While you were off wantonly pursuing women, he mastered the blade. He had a collection of magnificent swords and fedoras. He spent a lot of his spare time practicing with his sword. He wanted to be ready when the time came for them to deliver or to go to battle against the evil sorcerers Gwendivere and the blue dragon Voltrar. There was the knight Sir Ralph, who was the kindest of all the knights. He was always willing to help those in need. He didn't have a mean spirit at all and could never do any harm to anyone who didn't deserve it. There was the knight Sir Willoughby, who was the oldest of the knights.
That's the name.
I'm Sir Willoughby. I am the oldest knight. He had been at the side of King Arthur for most of his knighthood. He had been through more battles and had more tales to tell than any knight in the land of Antigua. He was the most respected of all the knights in the south, east, and the west. Sir Willoughby had been around long enough to train most of the other knights in the king's army. He trained them to fight with their swords, to win in battle. And, he trained them to win. No participation trophies in this army.
No.
And have courage when staring in the eye of adversity. Last of the 7 was the knight Sir Samuel, who was the youngest of the knights in King Arthur's army at only 20 years old. All of the knights in King Arthur's army were already in their 20s and 30s. The knight Sir Samuel was commissioned by King Arthur to be a knight because he showed such courage during the last battle that the king's army had to face. Samuel was nothing more than a young soldier at the time, but he fought hard and actually rescued the lives of his 5 fellow soldiers. During the battle, 5 young soldiers were wounded and lay on the battlefield. Samuel ran over to them and carried each and every one of them, one by one, off the battlefield to safety. He then went after the goblins that had attacked him and destroyed them all by himself. He fought back the other goblins until the knights arrived and rescued them all. Samuel fought with a special stick that was actually accredited with encouraging the princess to learn to use a stick to defend herself.
Just a stick.
It's a special stick.
I'm assuming they mean a staff.
Yeah, but it's...
But I'm just imagining
like,
a stick.
Literally just like a stick, like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Just hit him with a stick. Samuel was a good fighter and soldier, but he didn't know everything. He had only been a knight for a little over a year and still had a lot to learn from the other more experienced knights. He wasn't egotistical and was willing to learn all that he could from them. King Arthur and Queen Eleanor Dora had a daughter named Princess Trina. She was 16 years old. Princess Trina didn't use a bow and arrow or a sword. Instead, she used a stick, which she had specially made for her by the royal carpenter. A year earlier, the knight Sir Samuel was out in the field practicing to fight with his special stick. The princess walked up and asked, "Sir Samuel, whatever are you doing?" The knight Sir Samuel bowed and said to the princess, "Milady, I am practicing for the impending battle between the inhabitants of the land of Antigua and the evil sorceress Guinevere." Princess Trina said, "I want to learn to fight to protect myself, my kingdom, and my father the king. I command that you teach me to fight using a special stick such as the one you are holding in your hand."
Ah, it's getting dirty all of a sudden.
The knight Sir Samuel bowed his head again to the princess and said, "My lady," and then he took her to the royal carpenter. He had a special stick made especially for her. He then took Princess Trina into the royal courtyard daily and trained her to use her stick to fight like a warrior. As they practiced, the knight Sir Samuel said, "Princess, you must understand that this stick is just as powerful weapon as Princess Sasha's mighty sword." Who the fuck is Princess Sasha?
I don't know.
"It can stop goblins and trolls in their track just as her sword can. Carry it with honor. Take the training that I give you very seriously. This is not a game, Princess. This is real. Do you understand me?" Princess Trina said, "Yes, Sir Samuel." The knight Sir Samuel then taught her how to hold the stick and use it to defend herself. One day, Princess Trina and the knight Sir Samuel were practicing to fight with their special sticks. At first, the knight Sir Samuel was doing the practice session. He taught the princess the correct way to stand and hold the stick. He taught her how to anticipate her opponent's next move before it happened. The knight Sir Samuel was pleased with the progress that Princess Trina had made in her training. Samuel started laughing and rolling around on the ground. He said, "Good princess, good indeed." Is she a fucking dog? The knight Sir Ralph walked up with the knight Sir Philip and the knight Sir Barrington. The 3 knights of the king bowed their heads to the princess. Ralph asked, "Sir Samuel, whatever are you doing down there on the ground? Are you nuts, my friend? How did you get down there?" The knight Sir Barrington asked, "Which one's Sir Barrington?"
The strong one? No, he's the nice... No, he's the strong one. Ralph's the nice one.
Okay.
Princess, are you alright?
The knight Sir Philip asked, "Sir Samuel, what has happened?" The knight Samuel started laughing again. He said, Nothing at all. Help me up, Sir Barrington." The knight Barrington helped Samuel to his feet. The knight Sir Samuel...
Okay, we were with these mermaids and shit, fighting some sort of epic battle.
Well, they won the epic battle.
They won the epic battle. The Mermaid King was mad or whatever the fuck. But now, just complete...
Just smash cut to
smash
something
cut
else.
to these knights.
We didn't even get resolution.
No.
Like...
No. This mermaid...
The story is like... It's very frenetic. It just like loses focus.
It's just kind of like...
Switches from perspective to perspective.
And then this happened.
I imagine imagine a living, breathing world in which someone's making a documentary, but the cameraman just gets distracted and wanders off after every weird thing he sees. So it's like, and here we see the young girl fleeing from the merman's army, and like one of the mermen like fucks off, and the camera's like, I wonder what he's doing, and follows him back to his home. I don't want to read this anymore. I can't do this.
It's just a lot like Moon People, only this is like 10 times longer.
God, yeah. Page 24 of 308. We're 9% done this book.
Or at least Moon People had the virtue of being short. I think we did it in 4.
4 or 5 parts.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
I'm going to call this. I firmly don't believe we're going to finish Antigua.
No.
I think after about this episode, we're going to get bored. We're going to read it ourselves, and then we're going to give a really bad synopsis of it. Okay?
I mean, that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because I think this section has proved that we just can't do it.
Also, I can't keep straight the voices of all the knights I just made up.
Whatever. Do
you like that Sir Philip was just me?
Yes.
Get it?
I get
it.
You're funny.
If you guys didn't know, Philip is my name.
He's got 1 L.
I got 2.
Yeah.
So this knight's just
he's
less than me. he's sub me.
But yeah, I don't think we can continue this torture. We gave it a good shot. It's just like Moon People. It's eerily similar to Moon People, actually.
It has a lot of the same weird mistakes.
Yeah, like they repeating like the shit over and over again,
and like the randomly switching perspectives.
And like, yes, this one has like better quotation marks and grammar,
but it still has so many of them that you get confused with who's talking.
Yeah. But it's got a lot of like describe the same thing, describe the same thing, describe the same thing in like the same sentence. Like, he was mad, he was angry, he was furious.
He could not believe what had just happened. He was just so mad.
Yeah. Fuck. Just kill me. Stop it.
You done?
Stop it. Kill it.
You're just not gonna anymore?
What do you think?
I don't really want to.